November. It is a whole new month, which means we have 5 brand new whiskies for us to taste through, which is so exciting. So welcome if you're a familiar face and your box looks like this. If you're brand new, this is incredibly exciting. You'll have our bumper box, our welcome pack. You'll find a couple of tasting glasses in there and a how to taste whiskey guide. So don't miss out with those. Keep them to hand at all times. Very useful. But regardless of where you are on your pour and sip journey, we have got the same 5 drams in each box. And let's explore what's inside. I love this. It's the time when we get to discover what we'll be tasting. First up though, your important tasting notes. Very, very useful pack for a number of reasons. First of all, it's kind of like a little invitation, like a stick them in your fridge so you don't forget, guide to when our live tastings are this month. So we're on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, got that right, on the first and third Thursday of the month, where we'll taste through these drams with guests. Come and join us and have your tasting cards to hand, because spoiler alert, one side it has all the details about each dram, which is fun, but on the other side you can make your own notes, you can rate the whiskies. And I kind of wish I'd kept a record of everything I've tried with my thoughts ever since I started tasting whiskey. So that's a fun little thing for you to do. And it's just really nice because then you can look back when you're trying to think what to buy next, what haven't I tried much of. It's all there for you. But on with the actual show and the 5 drams we've got this month. So first up, we're going to Scotland. We've got 3 Scotch drams here. Very exciting. And we have got Anarch. So this is a Highland single malt whiskey from the Knockdo distillery. Not to be confused with one of a similar name, but more on that, I'm sure, on a live tasting. But what sets this one apart for me is that it's peated. So you've used peat as a fuel source in the malting process. Again, we'll go into all of this. Don't panic too much. This is all new to you. We get really geeky on our lives. I love it. But peat is so traditionally associated with Islay and some of the other islands. To have it from a Highland distillery, while it's not new anymore, it still feels like a little bit of a treat, and it's a production choice that for distilleries like this really adds like this whole new kind of dimension to their produce. So that will be one I'm really excited to try. Next up we have the Cotswold. So we're going to England. For me, the Cotswolds are kind of the old guard of the new wave distilleries, if that makes sense. They've been around a little while now, but they do really, really great stuff. And this is one that I'm so excited to get to taste. If you've not tasted much English whiskey, or even any English whiskey, then this is a great starting point. The team down there do really great stuff. They're kind of, making a bit of a name for themselves. So that's one to get stuck into. And I know we shouldn't have favourites in Scotch, but dram number 3 is up there for me. So it's one of the first distilleries I ever visited, and I feel like so lucky that I got to go there. This is Highland Park. We've got cask strength release number 2. So we've had one similar to this previously. So if you want to continue your Highland Park journey, your cask strength journey, this is one for you. I cannot wait to get stuck in. I have to say I do not have any of the previous release to compare it to because, well, once these drams are cracked, we're onto them. But Highland Park's gorgeous. They have quite a floral quality to their peat smoke. So delicious stuff. Next up is actually a pretty new name to me. So this is fun, and this is what Pour and Sip is all about. It's about new whiskey discoveries as well as celebrating old favourites, like some of the distilleries we mentioned before. But this is Old Perth. This is another cask strength. So if you like your slightly boomier ABV levels, this is a month for you. And last but not least, okay, I was getting super excited about these 4 so far. Number 5 in my box is Starward, so an Australian whiskey. Not just is it an Australian whiskey from a red wine barrel, loads of flavour, it's also a Pour and Sip exclusive. So this whiskey has been blended and bottled especially for us from this distillery. There is nowhere else in the world you can try this. And frankly, I can't wait to get stuck in. It's going to be so great. So they are our 5 whiskies for this month. You may have noticed over my shoulder, we have our Pour and Sip advent calendar as well, which I am resisting tucking into until December. So I'm just giving that little flag. So if you're new to us, check out our member store. You can see it there. It's going to be, I don't know, a very merry festive season, I guess, for us. And it's full of some of our favourite drams from last year. So I cannot wait to go and enjoy it. So there we are. That's our November box. We'll see you on the live tastings, first and third Thursday. And cheers. Have fun.